Hey, e aí pessoal, tudo beleza? Iremos continuar hoje com o episódio número 3 do The Outer Worlds. Cara, o jogo tá animal. Então, quem quiser ir acompanhando, assista aí. Quem tiver ao vivo, pode comentar aí com a galera. Caso contrário, somente assista aí também. Todo mundo é muito bem-vindo. Valeu? Bora começar. Só fazer uns ajustinhos aqui e já estou iniciando. Aí, bora. Aquele leve delay de render agora sempre dá isso no começo. Espero que futuramente eles arrumem isso aqui. Bem que acho que até agora, desde o lançamento, não teve nenhum patch de correção. Deixa eu voltar a acostumar. Acho que agora tá ok.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
Ver se tem alguma coisa aqui
Smell
não.
that fresh air? Almost better than being outside.
Não, nada. Missões. Eu tenho algumas secundárias ainda e uma de facção já. Esse que eu vou fazer, que é a missão só do companheiro, dá algum XP. Aprendi que nesse jogo aqui, quanto mais missões fazer, melhor. Tá, pra cá. Porque eu já tô level 14, eu não tô ignorando nenhuma missão. Todas as que estão aparecendo estou fazendo. Tá dando bom. Acho que é aqui em cima. Tem uma aqui que é o holograma. Identificação de Marlet. Okay. Dá aquela salvada marota. Uma coisa que eu recomendo, sempre quando vocês forem fazer alguma coisa que pode dar algum problema, vocês sempre salvem antes.
Great work.
Esse aqui eu vou pegar. Ninguém tá vendo. De plasma. E agora eu vou suave pra cá. Tem o cara olhando ali. Eu me abaixo. Não viu nada.
There it is.
Pistola modificada Josh, machadinha, área de metal, terça geração, container trancado. Ok.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for
Ok,
ended
eu
up.
tenho metade ainda. Abracei de boaça. Vim de boaça, não tem ninguém aqui. E tem o cara aqui, não posso... Eu vou ter que sair e voltar, se eu quiser arrombar aquilo ali. Deixa eu ver as armas que foi pega ali. Essa aqui. Ela tem uma igual já? Não, não. Essa aqui é carabina e esse é um rifle. Isso aqui da liderança mais 5. Bloqueio mais 5. Bem que essa aqui pra mim não faz tanta diferença. Furtividade, esgueira 7. Essa aqui é boa. Que eu não quero focar em gastos mais 5. Isso aqui é só pesada. Que as armaduras dão os atributos, então isso facilita bastante. Essa aqui é engenharia mais 5, essa engenharia mais 15. Pô, isso aqui é bom demais. Diário. O cartucho para Vigar Max. Ok.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in
Eu já tô indo
Fallbrook,
para Monarca
rented to the
mesmo.
same bit card he used to buy his seat on the... I should have guessed. What better place to lay low? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him.
Ok. Deixa eu ver se eu entro agora. Aí, o cara vazou. O que tem aqui? Munição. Martelo de impacto. É, não tem, não posso. É, vai ficar. Bora. Eu acho que não tem mais nenhuma missão aqui. Uhum.
So then I told him, oh, ha ha ha, that tickles. How odd.
Hey, louco.
No, don't desist. I think I might like it. Further data collection is required for accurate assessment. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. I require a as you may be in our
Monarca, esse aqui, Angra Estelar. Armas do Vazio. Essa aqui que eu não consegui descobrindo o que é. Esse aqui pra fora. Mas não vou fazer assim. Vou pegar essa aqui mesmo.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Tá, eu tô usando essa que eu gostei bastante. Carrega zap. Não, acho que eu vou guardar isso para armas especiais. Tipo essas aqui.
Greetings, customer. Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by... Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rule.
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublet. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could... Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a... I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the book.
We're not the best at risk.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, String. Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might...
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you? Something else Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rat. Right. What are you staring? Wait. Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink. Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I'm cut off for the month on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
What do you think you're doing? Carry on.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Watch your
Every
step
time
if you venture
the
outside the walls.
a worker earns his
Wrap mask and painted eyes, right here.
Sir, please, I need your... Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong. Like my... Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away, and his... Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your... He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders that...
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this.
Please, won't you go? Thank you. Oh, you look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
You reckon a smell ever goes away?
Who would like to die first?
Nice one!
We made it!
the last.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Got a fight on our hands.
That's the last of them!
Here we go. Right hit! Justice, you're right!
Just wonderful. Someone's destroyed the damned bridge. Here we go!
Down they go! Got them all!
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order...
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits. You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? Oh. She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise, Ms. Malin don't take kindly to I am here to anticipate and... No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight.
Keep your wits about you. This is sublight territory.
I don't like the way folks are looking at me, Captain.
Take a gander at that mug.
Well, that's awfully kind of you, mister.
Oh, now, come on. You don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. I certainly hope you're not insinuating the problem is me. If there's any issue, really, you should talk to her. Oh, pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by... See? I know a fellow genius one. Too right you are. Only problem is as I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads. In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit. 35%? Are you out of your gourd? If I wasn't recovering from a bout of Margellans, I wouldn't stand for this. but things are what they are. My Sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. Got the good?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here? Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled... I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to...
Only thing...
For the price, I expected a larger cot.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay? Boss lady told me to take the night off.
No, I'm back from delivering to that house with a strange family. Only thing worse than the swilder.
Booze like this leads to two things. Bumping uglies and brawling.
Makes you wonder what the secret ingredient is.
Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone. Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Always imagine Falbert would be... Oh gosh, this is so pretty.
What do you want?
Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Mon?
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you would never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living on... This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict mass... I couldn't risk you not bringing me here.
It sounds like you have things to work out between you. I'll just be on my way.
Now, where were we?
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. We'll punish... Okay.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining...
I don't think so. A crazed hermit on Scylla?
It's true! My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting... The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French...
Fine. We've got more important...
Did you find them? Just tell me straight and don't hold back. Sprats can always be replaced. Excellent. Oh. Search Fallbrook. Either half the Sprats got loose on their own. You want your cut? You get me the rest of my drugs. No matter what it takes.
Get your twitchy whiskers back here! Don't you run out that door! It's a cruel world outside! Close the damn door! You'll let my sprats out! Damn it all! Now look what you've done! State your purpose, or get out of... Missing? Nope. Mine are all... I've got an animal rescue service to oversee, and it ain't easy. Look, I don't care if Nelson sent you or not. You won't be hurting it. Back out of this domicile, hands up, or... You want to dig through sprat droppings? Be my guest. Get your drugs. You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time
Got the goods? You do? I mean, you do. Sure, the Raptidon fodder and suffer the occasional overdose when it contains. Two guesses, I know exactly who. And where to. If Bertrand ain't already dead, he's about to be. As promised, your cut. Plus a little extra to show my gratitude. Hit me. Sure.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Norman?
Just make sure it's proper.
If you leave town, watch out for Iconic.
Here to do business with Sanjay?
Velma seem out of sorts to you? She's always cranky.
If Velma's... Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little... Who's your lucky friend, dearie? I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what... Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the... Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there... Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but... Much as I'd love to, my rheumatism is especially... But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for... Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her month... Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. Well, I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town... Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty fair. And to keep an extra key to the supply room. For all the times... Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you. Chin up. If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly... pick up her own. Half annoyed.
Don't be so hard on her. If Brack's missing, she's...
Oh, smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload sold tuna shipments at the camp.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Feels like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
I believe this place has seen better days.
Help me go!
Someone's been killed!
There's something weighing on my mind.
come to share a secret with Auntie Abigail?
Smells like rat in here.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the salt.
Ah, the charmer! All of the... More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Whew, that... Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there's a western slope that'll lead us through some, if you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain cavern. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere to...
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
A ship? Well, look at you. I'll find a spot there to...
I want... wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
I think they're watching.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industry. What can I do for you? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop by. I still don't know anything about it. But if you want to... But I'll warn you. Grim wore her patience...
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast? Not that I got any part.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. I couldn't. Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing... He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't... Sorry,
Hey,
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Hope you can forgive my temper. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological help. This again? I swear, this is the... You can tell Grim his poster came in. You can also tell him I got that about cover it. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than... I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your... Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she... Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for...
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. You mind slapping him around? I'm joking. Mostly. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. Hard workers?
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain...
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else. I don't have the bits for it, plain and... Besides, if I make an exception for him...
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudge...
Thank you. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave... Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Fine. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Stealing's such a nasty... And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for... We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong... Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Brax...
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come... Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bit, and you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Captain, I was hoping for a word.
My dad taught me some French, you know? Stuff about omelets and, fromage. I could take a look at that journal.
By all means. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon talk? You look like a man who's looking for some Oh. You look... Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems... Nice of you to say. I like her too. And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you... Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this.
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smite?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. But if I give her... Nuh-uh. A lot of people think I'm not... I know she can't get these goods. Come on, that's crazy. You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him.
Have you talked to... Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this, or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on. Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too... look at me going on. Anyhow.
Whatever you do.
You startled me, don't... Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for... Oh. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some... So maybe look for him.
Poor fella. Hope he's okay. We should hurry, Captain.
Step life. Hey, Miss Holcomb.
I'm not winded. Honest. My, boot was untied.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
I don't know, Mr. Vicker, that's...
I wonder what secrets these ruins...
Here they come!
Destined to die! Everyone all right?
Visitor?
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is...
That's the spirit. Now come in. Excellent. You've arrived at just the right... Please, make yourself at home until it... You must...
Oh. That's nice. We had... It just gets hard to remember things.
I felt like that after my dad passed.
Other times, it's like there's fog. That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat.
What a pleasant surprise. Yet the...
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Mark.
By all means, just make yourself... And who could? Stretch out your hand. That they do. Look at me, prattle.
Hey, what are you doing? Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rock. The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket. I'm not telling. space, there's choice pills, they cure all your ills.
I thought I'd seen the worst of humanity before.
I'm gonna be sick.
Can we talk?
I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there. It has been a long time since I gave in to my... You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, and even then, you saved me from myself. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness. Thank you. I promise. Oh.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I will take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome tip for rapping us.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old...
Hey, you want to try running a cat?
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's...
Oh. Anyway. Daddy's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his... That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now. Ease up. I'm running on a chronic shortage of sleep here. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
New face, huh? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Why don't you grab a chair?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both.
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered. Well, as long as we don't run out of... But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover... Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch. We're free from the board, you know? Sure thing. If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got... The others wanted to blackmail her. But we're above that. Besides them... I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but what... So far it's just gossip, you know? But if there was any proof to be had... Sure thing. Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how...
Poxa, por 2 de mentira aí é sacanagem. 50 eu precisava. Que bosta. Será que eu tenho alguma roupa que aumenta a mentira? Engenharia. Tecnologia. Armas brancas. Esgueira. Engenharia, pesquisa, liderança. Opa. Opa, persuasão. Deixa eu tentar. Você vai modificar alguma coisa? Acho que não.
Why don't you grab? Sure.
Não, não consigo. Bloqueio furtividade. Gasoas. Armas brancas de uma mão. Acho que ela tem armas brancas de uma mão. Essa aqui mesmo. Chapelão é bom. Vigário. Quanto que eu vendi as roupas dele? Que bosta. O chapeuzinho é bom. Nossa, que bugado. Liderança e persuasão. Bom demais. Condição. 10.000. Blindagem. Nossa, tô quase upando. Vou fazer umas outras missões. Eu já upo. Vazios secundários. Onde é que fica esse mapa? Não tem nenhuma aqui mais. Tá aqui. Então, vou pegar por aqui mesmo, ir lá e fazer essa aqui para pegar mais uma XPzinha.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really? They count.
The last of them!
Here we go.
Look at us!
Heading back.
Here I go!
A one-hit captain. I'll take your confession now. Good hit.
seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy. Kinda all the time.
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated by a name question.
Why don't you... Sure. I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess tell Velma not to worry.
You ever think about what goes on in the Marauder's head? Poor Braxton.
I don't...
I'd give you a friend. You know. Sweetest words I've... Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your effort. Something else on your mind?
Nice one, Captain! Sometimes violence is the only way! I got this!
Nothing personal, I swear.
We're fight on our hands. Leave them. The strong survive and the weak perish.
Leave them to me.
Excellent hit. Down they go. This is bad! Here's a little trick I learned in prison. That's the last of them.
Hey, Mr. Vicar. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? For that ocean stink?
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes and go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Of course you do. Here we go! Never anger a man of the claw! On your right, Captain. 4 bodies down!
Were you really in jail, Mr. Max? And you were our vicar?
Yes, but as I've repeatedly said, I was assigned there as a vicar. I was not a prisoner.
I just can't believe you'd lie.
I was not lying. It had no bearing on my ability to minister to my flock, and was therefore not worth mentioning. We're not getting through. The strong survive and the weak perish. Here we go. Our body's down! I don't think that's working!
Here we go!
Never anger a man of the claw! Incoming! Get them! All the hell is done! Air test. Our survival.
may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. We can't ever get that. So
We're destined to die!
Everyone all right?
you out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Face the intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. Nice and coherent. Good. Take it you're not with the... By the hand of fate and my... the Marauders may have other plans. And since my hired hands have clearly turned... You're here, and you're armed, aren't you? I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. They destroy the transmit... The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Aside from the bits I'll be paying you, I trade in secrets. Value... Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why? Ah yes, our little chat on the intercom. You're looking for the premier... Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
You said that in a way that was almost believable.
I take offense to that. Just, it might take me a while this time. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing... But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. The bandwidth! There's too much blasted background noise. Nothing gets through but their local broadcasts. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from it. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but Amber Heights is one of the only surviving settlements outside of Stellar Bay. Graham Bryant and the Iconoclasts there. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. The safest bet is to convince... You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a... Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd... Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of... We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcast. Ask me what... There are so many members. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the... Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of some... Luckily... They are a curious lot. Insufferable. Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loop, not in his life. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's... Indeed, the information I gather usually is, or it's not worth my time investment. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost. You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and... I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could... Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than... Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI, while I would operate Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally... gray. Luckily... Not much, admittedly. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I used... As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well... I do know that there is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source. Luckily... What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept... Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain... How low you seem... Be a doll.
Great work.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problem. I know! It's quite revolutionary. We're a community here. No jobs, no shit. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep. That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them. Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal... I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider... She's been with us since the beginning. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago.
Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very... Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings.
Hope Zora sends me up next. Welcome to the Emporium. It ain't really a store.
Seems like a nice little town. Except for all the dead critters.
Damn philosophists.
Carry on.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep up.
That don't mean we'll... Hey, you! What do you think you're doing? All right, get out of here.
Hey, you... What do you think you're doing? As you were.
A mantiquine.
Yeah. We felled it, mind.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're the truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules and red tape of a corporate structure.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendant... Now. Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it.
I would like to know what you think Bakonu meant when he wrote...
Ah, how refreshing to have a scholar among us. Bakonu's text simply refers to our
It refers to giving oneself over to the plan. It is not some paean to an
Were there a truth to the grand plan in the first place, I and Bakonu might agree. To quote, as a child looking at the leg of an elephant, unable to view it whole, we mistake the tiny scope of our understanding as the unfathomable...
You're not completely full of shit, I'll give you that. Even if you do twist things beyond recognition to suit...
Apologies. The occasion to speak to other scholarly men does not come here often. Not in the sense of a single entity. Fashioning the universe. The universe came into being over time. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose.
The universe doesn't need to find its purpose. It is a mathematically perfect equation.
That we'd consider ourselves in any way capable of understanding the universe. The point of no return. When your mind, for many it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their... Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Sanjar Nandi. He leads MSI out of Stellar Bay. Such... Ah, the Eternal. We are all part, you and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe.
Ability to believe? I think you mean inability to tell fantasy from truth, which rules out any knowledgeable scientician.
Let us be clear. Neither of us can lay claim to being knowledgeable on this topic. Regardless, what were you saying? Ah, you and... Everyone. All right. The iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our... Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key. This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that... I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all. It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be strong enough to recall that tragedy, but... today is not that day. Why have you... All right. What? Stop. No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous campaign of... I realize the board has blockaded our efforts, but Devil's Peak is an interplanetary radio. Surely...
You are quite assured in the idea that any who hear your message will not immediately...
Excuse me. I'm from Edgewater on Terra 2. If you'll pardon my saying, nobody I know's ever heard of you.
All the more reason to double down on our efforts.
Graham, we should be focusing on survival anyway. Food, ammo.
Pivot, huh? If radio isn't working, we might try another way. It seems the Captain's timing is more than just serendipitous. It must be fate. I've had my sights on an old printing press for some time.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
Help me clear out and repair the press. Wonderful. Speaking of which...
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Wait.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead. One of our sympathizers, a woman named Carlotta, periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Acho que essa missão vou terminar amanhã.
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road
até agora não vi. Vai que tem cartinha.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying... Graham, if you need me, I'll be...
Ok. Pegue cartuchos de alta capacidade ou suprimentos com Carlotta. Cadê Carlotta? Esse aqui.
Nice day, huh? The Monarch, anyway.
O conselho também é bem filha da puta. Esse que eu leio amanhã. Vou... Deu 2 horas e 40 minutos. Vou procurar alguma promoção na Steam, alguma coisa boa pra mim jogar depois que eu finalizar esse game. E vou assistir alguma coisa. Amanhã provavelmente terá na mesma hora. Tentarei chegar um pouco mais cedo pra aproveitar bastante. Mas valeu quem ficou aí. Abraço, guys. Valeu, falou e até a próxima.